Is like rule, some protocol. Hello?
No, just a minute. Yeah, sorry. Can you repeat again now?
Yeah, assertion is nothing but action.
No, okay. It's like validation.
Okay, valid.
Whether whatever we have written the script, right, whether it's pass or fail, instead of checking through manually, this assertion will help us. Okay, let's see. Okay, let's run our recording script. And here the response I'm checking. Okay, so as this is a UI one, what I'll do, I'll change to browser or HTML. Okay, alright. Here I'm verifying it is a proper loaded because of I know this is a home page, so I'm should get these things.
Okay.
At same time, if I go to add to cart, I should know I'm displaying cart. Okay, it's an add to cart page. So this is manually I'm verifying, right? But if you run with 100, 2000, 10,000, more number of users, if we can't check manually each and everything.
Yeah.
Correct. So then, so it has to be automatic. That's the place where the assertion will come. Okay. So let's take this add to cart. Right click, add assertions. Okay, so we have a lot of assertions. The first assertion is a response assertion. Okay, so the response has nothing but it will validate anything in the response side. Whatever you want to validate from the response side, you can check it. Okay, right, and apply to. So you have to solve it always main and subsample. Okay, and next one field to text. So right now we're checking that field, right? Which field you want text, which is text response. So what you have to do again, go to here. So this is a place, right? You want to text it. So just copy this. Okay, go to assertion and select text response. And by default substring. Okay, and click on add from clipboard. Or let me click add and write a cart. Okay. So what I'm saying, I'm telling to my Day8 script saying that this field should be there in response. If the field is not coming, it will not came up in the response, it make it a fail. Okay, let's see. So let's run it again and check it. See, we got the card, that's why it's a green. So assertion will highlight only in the failed cases. If it's a green, if it's passed, right, it won't highlight. It will like or normal. So before assertion also it is like the same thing only, na? So when it's a fails, then it will display. So let's go to assertion. Let me put 1. Okay. Now see. Now clear and run. So generally this cart 1 is not there, right, in the response. So it should fail.
Yeah.
See, now we see this is the red.
Yeah.
And if you click on this, it says as failed. And if you click on this, it says test expect to contain cart 1.
Oh.
Because here we're expecting cart 1, but there is no cart 1. That's why it's failed. Okay, and this is the default message of the assertion.
Oh.
Okay, right.
Oh.
Same way now, if you now this like this message you didn't like, or you want some more custom messages. Okay, so then go to here, you can see custom failure messages. If I write like this, right, then that message will display there.
Okay.
Now what I will say, application response, anything whatever doesn't have cart in the doesn't have cart. Okay, so now if you run it now, see now failed, but it shows our response.
Okay.
Okay, and here it's a default geometry this was. Clear, right? So whether whatever you prefer, whatever you would like it, you can do it. If you don't keep it in things, it will right. It will give you the geometry format message. Otherwise, you can write here that it will display this message. Okay. So this is one of the response. But so most of the times I want to check whether I'm getting 200 or not. There could be some request, right, based on this validation also. So same thing what we'll do, we'll add one more assertion, add assertion, response assertion, and instead of field text response, we'll select response code.
Response code matches or equals.
You can put anything or substring. See,
Okay.
these context matches are for only specific numbers, or you want to do some regular expressions, kind of them.
Okay.
Okay, based on requirement, you can select anything. So let's put a equals this time. It's number, right? Okay, now let me add 200. Now let's run. So it should be substring only, not equals. Equals is like a string. Oh, sorry. No, it's equals only.
This is earlier.
This is a cart 1. So now we got 200, right? That's why it didn't display anything. Because we did 200. Let me give 2000. See, now it's failed because received 200 comparison of 0.
Received comparison.
It's failed, but why it displaying in this format? Okay, let's do one thing. Let me put substring and run again. Code expect to contain 2000. That's why it's failed.
Okay.
We prefer substring only most of the cases. There is some cases only that will exact match. Okay. Same way, you can assert your message or headers, whatever you're sending, whatever you are, everything you can validate it.
Okay.
Okay. And same time, if you want to do negative testing, suppose if my 200 is there, I want to fail it.
Okay.
And then we'll go simply not.
Okay.
Negative testing, right? So I know that if 200 came, then should fail. Simply not. Let's run. See, code expected not to contain 200. It's negative testing. Same as our pause testing is just simply remove not. Okay. So you can validate our headers as well. Our headers, our message, our request headers, response code, everything you can validate.
Okay.
So based on requirement, you can add all those things.
Okay.
It's clear, right? Response assertion. Suppose if you have any doubt, just click on Control H. Control H, right? It will likely go to response assertion in the Day8 website. Okay. See, equal substring is a plain text, case sensitive, or contains matches the regular expressions. Okay. So anything, right? Whenever any doubt, no, just click on control in a particular component.
Okay.
True if text contains regular expression pattern contains matches the old text matches the regular expression pattern. Is a case sensitive. Okay. So just check it whenever free time.
Okay.
Okay. But real cases, you have a lot of things to check. Correct. So generally, the low testing which I am writing is a reference response time. Right. So where we are checking the response time validation, I want to know whether my script is, I want to fail my script if my API is taking more than 10 seconds, more than 5 seconds.
What? Hello?
Yeah.
Could you please repeat it again?
So in general, we are doing a load testing, right? So in the load testing, the main component is the response time only. Whether whatever we executed with 1,500, 1,000, 2,000 records, I want to check whether my all APIs should have the minimum response time or not.
Okay.
So here you can't go to and you can't check, right? Okay, 0.7 is there, 0.7, 0.6, 1 second. We can't check manually again, na? Again, there should be field validation. Okay. For that option, let's go to home page, add duration assertion.
Okay.
Duration means we are validating the duration. Okay. See, let's see. So this again main sample and duration to assert and duration in the milliseconds. Suppose if I give 2 seconds, so I'm expecting that if it is a less than 2, make it pass. If it's more than 2, fail it. Correct? That's what it meant. Because less than 2 is okay, na? That's why less than 2 or 2, it says okay. Okay, let's see. See, home page it passed because it got 0.985. So it's less than 2, right?
Yeah.
That's why it's passed. Suppose if I give 200, and let's run. See, it failed. It says the operation lasted too long. It took 987 milliseconds, but should not have lasted longer than 200 milliseconds. Okay, because it's more than 200. That's why it's failed. So here you don't have any custom assertion. Okay, right. So now we have a lot of assertions, right? Like for each API, we have a lot of things here. So in the video history, we have to go and each and API, you have to check it whether which one is passed, which one is failed. So it will take difficult time, na? So that's why we have one more component in the listener, add listener assertion results.
Okay.
So this will display all the errors in a single page. See, wherever it's failed, display here. So you don't have to go each and everything and check it. Okay, this page, this failed, this page, this failed. That's it.
Okay.
For runtime, second time also. See, it's just appending that. Okay, so if your script has more assertions, go for this one.
Okay.
Right. So now next assertion. Let's put to this one. Add assertion, size assertion. Size means your response. Suppose if you are downloading this HTML, right? Like minimal size. Let's take this. So what you can see size in bytes. It's 4 KB. Correct. So generally, if you're downloading a file, then you have more size. But by default, if it is a normal application, we'll have like in KBs only. So sometimes if your application is failed, it won't return any data, right? So at that time, the size will be very low. So in that case also, if you want to validate, you can put a size assertion. So it's login base 28, right? I added. So what is size in bytes here? 368. So what I'm saying, if it's a more than greater than equal to 200. Okay, so it should pass. That's clear. See, login page 28, it's passed because it got more than 200. Okay, so what I will do now, let me put 20,000 bytes. I mean to validate it. Clear and run. So it failed, says the wrong result was the wrong size. It was 3615. It should have been greater than or equal to 20,000. Okay.
Okay.
Clear, right? Same again, if I go to assertion result, it will display this one as well. Okay, right. Same as like this assertion and assertion, this HTML assertion there, it will just display the number value of HTML tags. Okay, so just go through this. But now we have very important two assertions out there. So right now, whatever is in the basic one, whether this one is there or not, this one is there or not, correct? By default, very easy one, correct? But in the real time, if you see, if there could be time here, there are some applications display time also, right? Okay, so if you want to handle that particular time, no, you don't know when it will when it will run, and you can't give that particular time. Okay, so in that case, we will use a functions. In the JMeter tool, function helper dialog.
Okay.
Functions, and here you will see a lot of functions here. We will go through functions as well, but just remember time. Let's take a time here. Okay, so which format? So it is a simple date format, is one of the object in Java. Okay, so by default, if you click on generate, it will give the epoch time. Epoch time is a Unix timestamp. Okay, just a minute. Okay, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the epoch time. Epoch time is nothing but Unix timestamp. Unix timestamp.
Okay, Unix.
Okay. Again, 1 minute. Hello. Okay, so it is the Unix timestamp. So that format we call, right, is the Unix timestamp. Unix.
Okay.
Where that understand machines. Suppose, see, if I it's already copied. So if I enter this one, right, it will convert it to human timestamp. Control C. See, it says Monday, 12th July, 7:20 AM GAT, which I triggered, right, the function time. Same as if you want to convert your human time to this one, you can see this is the epoch time of about time.
Okay.
So this based on our code, right? Based on our machine, they will use it. Okay, right. Same as, so in the real time, so generally the format will be month DDYYY. Is it 7th July 2021?
Okay.
So this is the format, capital M for month, small d for date, year for year. Same as like we want to compare the time, HH hours, small m is for minutes, seconds, and nanoseconds. See 728.59 and 0.59. So here you can use any format based on your application, right? You can select any format, any way. Suppose if I put hyphen search, that's why I got hyphen here.
Ravi, I have one question here. Why we are logging into JPMC workspace, right? There within one minute of time, I guess we have to log in with the code, right?
Which
secure
code?
password.
Secure password.
So can we use this time function there?
That's no. For logging, you can't do that.
Okay.
Because you have APIs for that, right? Then only you can do it.
Okay.
Okay. So here we have APIs of this web load application. That's why we are controlling this one.
Okay.
Okay. Right. So if I do like this now, let me put this copy. Then at clipboard, right? The function is copied. This is a function. So in response assertion, if I add this, so what happens, right? In the real time, at the time execution, application will give one time, and our JMeter will give this time. So it will both matches, it will pass it, otherwise fail it. So instead of manually doing that, okay, let's see. So it's not there, no, it should fail. Which kept I added this one. Here the response section. Oh, sorry. I given this number, right? That's why it's failing that one only. The default response message. Okay, it says text export content. This time is not there. So if your application has the time, then you can validate it. Okay. Right. Now, suppose we have a custom requirement. Custom requirement in the sense, suppose you want to capture some value from the login page and other value from the product page, and you want to compare these two, then you want to pass or fail. I mean, response based on 2-3 requests. Right now, what we are doing, we are asserting only one request, single one. So in that case, what we'll do, we don't have a components. We don't have any components to do that. Then what we'll do, we'll go with a bean cell assertion. Whenever you have customer requirement and you want to assert to something and there is no component suits for a requirement, then we'll go with a bean shell. Like how we go on with bean shell timer, no? Same way, we'll go with the bean shell assertion. Okay. So for this, what we'll do, okay, let's put everything in single script. So it will be easy. Okay, let's go to login 28, add assertion, bean cell assertion. Okay. See here, we will write the code. So in the timer, the keywords is written. Okay. In the bean session, the keywords are failure and failure message. Okay. Let's see. So now let's extract something. So then only we can pass it here. Let's change into text. I'm just checking a proper value. Okay, let's take this category ID. Okay, so this category available in the home page 1 as well, and 28 as well. Let's check in the 28. Okay, we have two places it has there, right? So now I want to know whether in the two APIs the category ID 2 is displaying or not. You understand the requirement, na? So I want to compare the two responses on some variables in the two responses, then I want to pass or fail.
Okay.
Okay, so what we'll do now, first we have to write a regular expression. Because we need to extract the values, na? We got the 2 is and the match 2. So let it do. Control C, home page, right click, add, post processor, regular expression extractor. Okay, and here the expression paste and put CID R1. Okay, and by default template always $1 match number 2 because I want to pick up second value, no? Okay. Yep. Same expression will work for the long with 28, correct? So I will put here 2. Okay. So now, and so now we have two variables, right? If you want to check whether two variables are working or not, so you have to check it now, run, and you have to check it. So instead of that, what we can do is add sampler, debug sampler. This debug sampler will help us to display all the variables in our script. Let's run. We added in the last, right? In the last. If you click on display sampler, it will show. See, whatever we added is C8 underscore R1 is 2, C8 underscore R score 2. So it will display all the variables in our JMeter script. So in one place, you will see everything. You don't have to go and don't have to pass the value and check it. Whether expression working or not. So kind of thing you can check here. Okay. So now we need to compare these two values and pass or fail based on the matching numbers. So assertion will go here. So first thing is we need to retrieve the values inside the script. Correct. So again, var a equal to var dot get. Okay. What is the wall name? CID underscore R1. एक मिनट. Hello. Hello.
Where are we?
Okay. So you have to remember, right? To get the value inside it, so where dot get. Same way again, where b equal to
R2.
Again request 2. So if both are equal, then I want to pass the script.
Okay.
Otherwise, I want to fail it. See, all these things, right? Geometry is failing or passing based on the condition. Same way, we'll also write our own condition and we'll use this variables, failure and failure message, to pass and fail it. Okay, so now if I write condition, if A equal to B, no, it's strings, right? That to equals. Equals to B. So failure equal to false. Small false. Okay. And no message. Else failure equal to true. And we should display message, right? Failure message. So you have to check the spellings. They're small letter, capital, it won't work. You can see, right? Whatever they defined here, you should use them. Message both request values are not sent. Semicolon. Okay. Now let's see. Let's clear and run. So we added 28, right? See, 28 size hasn't got failed, but it not display anything because both values are same. So now what I will do to make it fail it, right? Let me put here category as a match number 1, so that both are different values now. So it should fail. See, assertion fail. It says both request values are not sum, because if displaying debug sampler, CID request is 1, 2 and request is 1. That's why both requests are not same. So same way, whenever you call these two things, right, failure equal true, then it will make the request as a fail. So this is a keyword. In the initial timer, the keyword is that return, and here the keyword is a failure and failure message. So whenever geometry calls this one, right, it will make the request as fail. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to, and we can check this assertion as well. Our assertion results. See, both values are not same. Our results as well. Okay, now let's go to other assertion. Right. So now this is for the UI. Correct. So this whatever we are testing the UI application. But if you are talking about the API, let's go to APIs. API, right? So in the API, if you run this one, okay, let's remove the, it's a dev, right? That's right. Okay, we got some data here. See, now this is in a JSON format. See, for the UI things, na, it is a HTML or browser, correct? So now this is JSON, correct? So this is different format. So earlier, whatever we added assertion, na, that is a HTML format of text. So simply add it.
Okay.
So here, if I want to check ID7, I want to validate ID7, what you do, we will add response assertion and we'll keep ID7 as there. But there could be chance that ID7 could be anywhere in the script. It's true. So then I want to know whether first instance of ID7 is pass or fail. Then we can't do anything, right, with the normal assertion. You got my point, right? Now I want to check whether ID7 is there or not. So what you will do, simply you copy ID7, Control C, and you will add assertion, response assertion. You will simply here you will paste it, correct? So this will validate anywhere in your response, right?
Yeah.
So whenever it matches ID7, it will pass. But my requirement is I want to know my first instance of ID7.
Oh.
Or I want to check my second instance of ID7. Or I want to check whoever the last name of Howell, I want to check ID7. Condition wise assertion.
Oh.
You got it? Or I want to check the email of George should be ID11. Understood, right? So in that manner, we can't do, right, whatever the assertion we check, no, that won't help us. There are static. So now we discover the coding, right? These are assertion. So what you have to do, you have to extract of the last name and you have to store in IDs and you have to check it. In the regular expression, right, you will write all the last names, all the IDs, and you have to compare it. So instead of all those things, right, we have an assertion called JSON assertion. Okay. JSON assertion, where this will help us to in a like this a condition wise, format wise assertion. Okay, so to test JSON assertion, first you should know JSON expression. You should know it. So the way which we using the regular expression extractor, right? The same way we have a JSON expression extractor. So in the regular expression, what we learned with like dot slash w slash kind of things. So whereas JSON also little bit same. Let's see. So for learning purpose, let me go to JSON path tester. Okay, and by default, the dollar is a first variable which represents all our tests. So dollar. Just a minute. Not responding. Okay. Dollar, if you click on test, see, it gives the whole response. So dollar represents the whole response. So now, okay, now it is in the purpose, right? It is in one bracket, one object, right? So dollar dot, if I give purpose, Control C. See, now we got 6.
Okay.
Because dollar is total and dot we are going inside one step and purpose.
Okay.
Same as if I give total, you got 12. Now, suppose if you pick the data, right? You give data, these are very, very important, okay? Click on data, see, it gives all the response of this data. Okay, see, inside data, right? It displays all the things. So now tell me if I want expression for this ID. So tell me the expression, how to write for the ID. See, data. Okay. Now if I give dot, because inside, right, ID, it won't work because ID is inside two objects again. Okay, so if I give data dot ID, see, we got all IDs. But see, we got many because in this data we have the 7, the 8, the 9, everything is there. So now if you want your ID of first one, so again you have to say list. So list of data of 0. So for this, go to data of 0, then single remove one dot, then should get data. See, I removed one dot because I kept as a list as 0. That's why I removed other dot. So data of 0 means this part. See, earlier what I did, data dot 2 dots ID, right? Because it was 2 steps inside. Now what I did, if I give data of 0, means how many data we have, a lot of things, right? So data of 0 represents this first one. See, it represents the first data, till last name to your email. So now we got this one, right? Now inside here we'll go ID. So we got 7. So here 0 represents your first instance. So now you can assert this one, right? You understood know how we are understanding the first time and second time. So whereas in the normal assertion, can you validate like this one? You can validate, but it takes a lot of coding. Here it's very simple. Okay. So now what I will do, I'll just copy this expression, Control C. Now go to here, add assertions, JSON assertion. Okay. So actually the plugin, once we install the plugin, we'll get JSON path assertion. That's a much better. Okay. So let's give the path. Okay. And additional assert value and give 7. So what I'm saying, check in this path. If you want to see, if you give additional unanswered, right? So it will check whether the path is there or not. If you want to check the value, we can keep this one. So it's at the value. Now let's see. Set to text. See, text expected. It should pass, na? Additional assert JSON path. Wait a minute. Some assertion. Expected value 7. Okay, it's checking. Oh, sorry, it's checking here. So you got green. Okay. So now if I additionally assert it, see, we got the green because it picked up the 7. Suppose if I give 8, So data of 0 of ID is 7, right? So it should fail. See, says match regular expression 8 but did not match 7. Okay, the same way you can use JSON assertion expressions. Okay, so now we written the condition instance wise, right? Suppose I want to check right by the this condition. Let me go to that JSON fast. See, I want to check last name of version should be ID 8. See, now we know how to check instance, right? But now we want to check condition wise. Okay, so what we'll do again, I will show you the placement website. So easy. JSON assertions. So they have clearly defined the steps. Okay, see, this is like JSON response. Okay. Now show you. So this is a condition. So condition is a question mark. Okay. So let's see how to write this one. So first you have to go for this instance. Okay. So how we'll go? $dot data. Okay. So of 2. Second instance, right? Of 2 is this one. Okay. So now instead of instance, if I put a condition like question mark last name, last underscore, simply we'll just copy the name. Func. What is this? Bracket. So there is no brackets. Okay. Could not passing position at 6. Just a minute. Something wrong. Condition assertion. I forgot the syntax. That's why I'm looking for these things. Just a minute here. Okay, I'll check this condition base. How should it work? Okay. Okay, I'll tell you that one. But you understood, right? Instance wise, condition wise, field wise, you can check with the JSON assertion. Okay, so these are the like main assertions which we covered today. Okay, remaining are easy. Just go through it. You'll understood.
Okay.
Okay, right. So now we'll take break and we'll continue, or how do you want to do that?
Tomorrow, let's see.
Tomorrow.
But before that, I have one question. For recording files, no, I want to get the result in HTML dashboard. So how can we get it?
So share your screen then.
Okay.
Let me make you host. Let me stop it. So now we have a JTL file.
Yeah, I will show. This one, for example, this is the file which I have recorded.
No.
Okay.
No. Just a minute. Okay. So run the script. So first add the results tree and give this JTL file. No. Given JTL file, na? Okay, let's do that. Or we'll do stop recording here because it will